Stephen Ellis got a wake-up call at 34. That's when the Cobb County prosecutor discovered he had a serious heart problem and would need surgery.
Ellis had a family history of heart disease, but he never imagined that he'd face questions about his own heart in his 30s. Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin joins us now with more on his story.
And Sine and Tom, this is a pretty incredible story because Stephen Ellis now realizes that he probably wasn't taking the best care of himself at the time, but this heart scare has inspired him to do everything he can now to take care of his heart going forward, and that is why he's sharing his story.
Just keep your seatbelt on in the future.
Cobb County Assistant Solicitor General Stephen Ellis never imagined he would be standing here a heart disease survivor. Back in 2015, when the now 37-year-old prosecutor started having trouble catching his breath, he figured he was too young at 34 for heart problems. But he mentioned the issue to his doctor during his yearly physical.
I'm one of those rare men that doesn't want to avoid the doctor. I go in every year for a physical.
Ellis told his doctor his heart would sometimes race for no reason, like he was having a panic attack.
He moves his stethoscope around in a really deliberate and concerned manner, and I'm like, what's going on here? He says, you know, you got a really loud heart murmur.
That murmur, cardiologist Dr. Joel Wax discovered, was a sign of a significant heart valve leak. The medical director of Wellstar Cardiovascular Medicine diagnosed Ellis with a mitral valve prolapse. Some people with these leaks have no symptoms, he says. Others may experience warning signs like fatigue and dizziness and shortness of breath, especially with exercise.
Well, the good news for him is that he wasn't very symptomatic. He was in good health otherwise. He was young, and his problem was discovered relatively early.
Dr. Wax believes Stephen Ellis was born with weakened valve tissue, which led to the tear that was now causing blood to back up in the wrong direction in his heart.
And he said, you know, if we don't fix this, you're eventually going to have congestive heart failure. The left side of your heart is already starting to enlarge a little bit because it's having to work harder to make up for all that regurgitation.
Ellis underwent surgery to repair the weakened valve, and then he started making some serious lifestyle changes on his own.
Back then, I was probably about 30 pounds heavier than I am now. Drank a lot of soda, ate a lot of red meat, and I've changed all of that.
Today, Stephen Ellis is back on his game, no more symptoms, and he believes that he is living proof that no one is too young for heart disease.
My message to people is, look, get an annual physical, and if things don't seem right, you know, go to a doctor and get it checked out. And it really has given me a new perspective on life, an appreciation for life.
And that's good advice. And Stephen Ellis is now a volunteer with the American Heart Association, and he will be walking in the 2018 Heart Walk this weekend. Tom and Sine?
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
I love that he was so vigilant about his health.
And he's just taken charge of it, too, since this happened. Yeah.
Really great.
Yeah, we wish him well. And speaking of the Heart Walk, Beth, we're all going to be out there with the American Red Cross. The walk is this Saturday, starting and ending at the Yellow Lot at the Georgia World Congress Center. Opening ceremonies are set for 8 a.m. The walk begins at 8:30. For more information on how to register, go to fox5atlanta.com. Click on the Viewer Information tab.